Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to all of my wonderful and juicy and delicious little subscribers out there. And how I love you all so, my delicious little babies. And I hope that you're all having the most super duper time wherever you are in the world, and that life is treating you oh so deliciously wherever you are. So much love, my delicious babies, okay? And thank you so very much for following me on my journey. It has many twists and turns and ups and downs, but we'll get there in the end, okay? And good morning, good afternoon, good evening to any passers-by, okay? Much love to you all as well, okay? Thank you also for joining us today. Now then, I'd just like to say thank you so very much for those of you even taking the time to even watch my video, because so some days I wake up and I say to myself, because I've just had a juicy and delicious little shower, okay, and sometimes I wake up and I say to myself, okay, I'm going to do a video today. And then other days I wake up and I think, well, no, I'm not going to do one. Do you understand what I mean? It just depends how I feel, everybody, okay? But, and usually it's whether there's something on my mind, okay? Now then, but for those of you, some of you may find it very interesting, and for others of you, maybe not. But that's the whole beauty of life, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? Having a selection of different platforms to, to be able to view, you know what I mean? So that in itself is a blessing, isn't it? Instead of the old box in the corner of the room, which is about as much use as an ashtray on a motorbike or a chocolate teapot. So anyway, the weather in my neck of the woods in the old UK, well, just to let you know, everybody, well, the sun is shining, so what do we do? My voice is a little bit better now, everybody. The sun has got his hat on, hip, 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 hooray, okay? So I'm starting to feel better now, everybody, as you can all tell, but I've still got this on my bow tray, so unfortunately I'm unable to shift it right at this point in time. But it's just amazing what 2 squeezed grapefruits can do, honey, lemon and ginger, and the odd couple of vocal zones can do. Do you see what I mean? So I'm starting to feel super duper fresh again, okay? Yes, so very little wind in the old UK, my neck of the woods today, so everything's rather still, okay? Now then, so what do we do? I forgot for a moment, didn't I, everybody? So 3, 2, 1, beam me up, okay? And thank you so very much to everybody who has, recently subscribed to me. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You will never ever understand how much it puts a smile on my face, honestly. Do you know what I mean? So at least I know that sending out my videos that, I am getting those of you, my delicious little babies, that you are, even watching me. So thank you, thank you, thank you. And as you all very well know, throughout the months, I have had my ups and downs, believe you me, do you know what I mean? And generally speaking, I've had my say. And generally speaking, well, what's happened? There's been the odd video here and there. There was one that could not even be viewed in my own country. So that's sort of telling you speaks volumes, doesn't it really, everybody? So, and just to ask you all, my delicious babies, I hope that you're all having a good day. Okay, my delicious babies, because I'm having a good day. So I'm just going to have a sip of my coffee, please, and thank you. Okay. So let's begin. Where do I begin? Okay, so yes, I'm just feeling super duper happy today, everybody, okay? My boat race may be a little bit sore, but it doesn't matter, okay? I've still woken up, I'm still breathing, okay? So we're rocking and rolling. Now then, so what it is, I'd just like you actually to, I know I'm going to mention this beautiful gentleman again, not in that way, everybody, okay? But I happen to be subscribed to a beautiful gentleman called Professor Tim Wilson. And I just think he's so super duper wonderful. And he's got a super duper beautiful little pussycat. They're both so beautiful, okay? And I just find him so interesting, everybody. Do you understand what I mean? So please, if any of you have not already, please, if you could take a look at him on YouTube. He just makes me smile all of the time. Do you know what I mean? I just have so much admiration and respect for this dear gentleman. In fact, he's overtook anybody else who I'm subscribed to tell you the truth. So that's not being disrespectful, everybody. It's just, that's just how I feel. Do you know what I mean? Anyway, but it doesn't matter because, you know, because everybody who I'm subscribed to, you know, it's, you know, they all have different qualities of different things. Do you see what I'm saying to you? But my favourite, everybody, has to be Professor Tim Wilson. Yes, he's my super duper special baby, okay? Not in that way, everybody, okay? But I absolutely adore him. And he's so talented as well. So, you know, when you listen to him, I mean, he does poetry. I mean, he can play the piano. He sings. You know, he's just got a beautiful side. Do you understand what I mean? But that's something else I want to talk about because there's a number of things. So I'm not giving out information as such today, anybody, okay? I'm just having a conversation with some things that are on my old noddle. Well, what I love about this dear gentleman, okay? And of course, you know, I stumbled across him a while ago, okay? But what I love about him and talking about sides and all is that he does not have any sides to him. And I see that as a beautiful, beautiful, with all my heart, a beautiful quality to have, everybody. Now, he could have either 20 comments, okay, or he could have 80 comments, okay? But what I absolutely love and adore about him, everybody, is that he acknowledges. Do you see what I mean? He actually acknowledges whoever has left him a comment. And he actually does certain videos where he thanks, you know, everybody for, you know, for commenting. Do you see what I'm saying to you, everybody? So that in itself gets a massive tick from me, simply because he has a respect, which is something, and I'm going to bring this up again, everybody, that I do not seem to be seeing on a lot of other platforms. Another one, actually, who I find is really lovely. This is just me anyway. Sorry, everybody, my eyes are itching. Somebody else who I absolutely see has been a lovely gentleman. I'm only speaking as I find, everybody. It's under P for Peter, T for Thomas, E for Echo, PTE. Okay, and he as well. Do you see what I mean? What I'm trying to get across to you, all my delicious babies, for those of you out there even taking the time to even listen to me, is that they have a certain level of humbleness. That's the right word to use, everybody, humbleness. Do you see? And for that, I have a huge respect for. I really, really do, you know. So I made my decision, actually. In fact, I made my decision yesterday evening. So I'm not going to be leaving any comments on any other channels, and that means any other platform. There's only going to be 2 that I leave them on. Everybody else, well, you know, they have plenty of comments anyway. Do you understand what I mean? So I'm not having a pop at anybody. I'm just saying that's what I'm going to do. Do you see what I mean? I'd rather, and do you know what I mean? I'm only a small little fishy, but mind you, a small little fishy has a big gob, and, you know, and I will speak my mind here, okay? Even though I'm very small, I'm so very, very humbled and thankful and grateful for all of my subscribers. Do you see what I mean? So, you know, even if I received a comment, which I feel so very humbled and thankful and grateful when I do you understand what I mean? I show that respect. Everybody, do you see what I'm saying to you? But I've noticed, you know, you've got thousands of different platforms. It's almost as if it's like they expect everybody, oh, you know, just leave me a comment, like it's absolutely nothing at all. I've been noticing over the months, and I thought, well, you know what, maybe I'm seeing things in a different light now. Do you see what I mean? And seeing things for what they really are, yes. Do you see what I mean? So yeah, so I've made my decision, everybody, and that's purely my decision. Do you see what I mean? I do not wish to comment on any others. Do you understand what I mean? I left a few comments yesterday on a few different channels, but after that, no, I'll stick to 2. Because I'd rather focus and work on if I can find some way to help them. I mean, nobody asked me to do anything, no, but if I feel like I can help in some way, do you know what I mean? And just keep getting the names out there. Do you understand what I mean? To help these other platforms grow, then that's what I'm going to do. So that's what I feel actually that part of my role has been. Because I've noticed something, everybody, there's something I'd like to share with you all. I've noticed, I mean, please do not get me wrong. I mean, I'm lucky just to be alive. I'm lucky just to wake up in the morning. Do you understand what I mean? To me, that's lucky, okay, everybody? And I hope for those of you out there, my delicious babies, that you too also see life like that as well, which I'm sure that you do if you're even following me. But I've noticed that whenever I've subscribed to somebody, it's just something that I noticed throughout the year, that whoever I'd subscribed to, for some reason, their numbers started to climb. It must be the Irish look, because I have plenty of Irish in my family, and I've got plenty of beautiful, delicious friends who also have a lot of Irish in their blood, okay? And I love them so. I love you also, my delicious babies, right? So maybe it's the look of the Irish, do you see what I mean? But it's just really amazing that you see the numbers go up, do you see what I mean? So it's just something I noticed over the months, and I thought, well, I must be giving my look away. But then again, if it helps other platforms, I feel super duper delighted to be able to, have helped in that way. Then when I feel the need to stop, that's when I stop. You see what I mean? If I feel that somebody's, that they're well on the way, do you see what I'm saying to you? Then that's where my job ends. I'm a bit like Nanny McPhee. When you do not want me, I'm there. And when you want me, I must go. Do you see what I mean? It's like one of those, really. So, yes, so I'm going to be concentrating on just 2. Do you see what I mean? And, let's see, can we get all of their numbers up, okay? Because they're super duper beautiful and super duper wonderful. But yes, my favourite is definitely Professor Tim Wilson. So, Professor Tim out there, much love to you all, my delicious little babies, okay? And thank you for making me smile each and every day. And I hope that you will continue to do so, and that others will kindly subscribe to you, okay? And that you'll too will be able to make them smile, okay? Now then, something else I want to say. So I wasn't having a pop at anybody, okay? Sorry. Okay, no, I was just speaking the truth, and dear God, Jesus Christ of Nazareth, our dear Creator, just loves the truth. Now, something else I'd like to talk about when we're discussing comments. Just let me have a sip of my coffee, please, and thank you. So I've noticed on different platforms, especially over the past year, and I've noticed that, well, because I'm very opinionated, everybody, okay? I'm really opinionated, okay? Anybody who knows me knows that of me, okay? So I'm not going to mince my words. I'm not just going to, please do not get me wrong. Sometimes I do have to spare a thought for what I say. Do you understand what I mean? But that's just a learning curve with anybody in life, okay? But generally speaking, if I have something to say, well, you can be well assured that I'm going to say it, you see? And I've noticed with platforms, whether I'm subscribed to them or whether I'm not subscribed to them. And you see, I found that you leave a comment, right, and if it does not fit into their narrative, whoever's running their platform, yes, it's like you do not receive a like, you do not receive a heart or whatever it is, and you do not receive anything simply just for telling the truth. Yes. Do you see what I mean? So that's another reason why I will not leave any comments, because it just appears to me that when you leave a comment, which I believe, which I do, anything that I put, that I am speaking the truth. And that's the thoughts on my mind. That when I do that, oh, you do not even get acknowledged. Tap, 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 naughty, naughty, naughty. You're not saying the right thing. Do you see what I'm saying to you, everybody? Yes? Which now leads me back to Professor Tim, our lovely Professor Tim Wilson. Well, I mean, he's been discussing about the, the Russia war, as he covers politics and other things, okay? He has different discussions, God bless him. And I love it when his little pussycat starts to talk. Oh, so beautiful. And, then he receives negative comments. Not for most, but, you do get the ones time to time who like to obviously give their take on a situation, which, of course, everybody's entitled to give an opinion, okay? But when Professor Tim has actually lived in Russia and he happens to know a fair bit about things, do you see what I mean? And all of a sudden he'll have, not in literal terms everybody, okay? But then he has things fired at him. Do you see what I mean? Well, at the end of the day, what right do these have? To say these horrible things? Do you see what I mean? Just because he happens to have a different view on things. Now, I mean, I remember, because over the months, and I'm going to be honest with you, everybody, so now I'm on one. Over the months, right, I've asked a question. Now, the thing is, I do know the answer. Yes, I do know the answer. Do you see what I mean? I just wanted to see whether my comment would even be acknowledged, everybody, okay? And all I wanted to know was why Mr. Putin, I mean, number one, why he was in power for as long as he's been in power. Okay, nobody's saying that he's not one of the few, leaders of their countries, right? Nobody's saying that he has not spoken common sense. I'm not saying that, everybody, right? What I'm saying is that why somebody, has been in power for that length of time, and who's paying him? Because somebody would have to be paying the ka-ching, pound, shilling, pence, dollars and change, wouldn't they? Just like if we look across the board, this is something else that's come into my mind just now, everybody, sorry. It's just like, I've had a feeling for a long time, and I'm going to be honest now, everybody, right? This is just my feelings. Everybody's entitled to their own opinions. I'm not here to hurt, offend or upset anybody of any different nationality. No, I am not. What I'm doing is expressing my opinion on things, right? Well, it's just like, there could be some on different platforms, and even those who I'm not subscribed to, right? Who, maybe they're taking a bit of a payout from the old Russia, ka-ching. Something just for some reason. In fact, it's something I thought about for rather a while. Do you see what I mean? Maybe for some of them they've been paid, to speak and, other things. Do you see what I mean? I mean, I could be wrong. Then again, I could be right. Do you see what I mean? So, all that I'm saying is, those are the questions. But anyway, fast forward. So I was watching this morning, my beautiful and wonderful Professor Tim, right? And anyway, so the video was only a few minutes long, everybody, okay? And, and I passed comment, and, which I did, and I just said, well, who... who's paying Putin? Do you see what I mean? Now, like I said, I already know, but I just wanted to see whether I would receive any message. And won't be tied, yes, I did. And thank you to that dear gentleman, who it was. So he'd said what he had saying this, in a reply, and I replied back to his comment, okay, and I thanked him. Do you see what I'm saying to you? But I just let him know that I know. But what was really, really good about it is that he was even kind enough to even send me a message. And then, of course, from my Professor Tim, my wonderful Professor Tim, I then received a heart and you receive a heart. Do you see what I'm saying to you? So it just goes to show something really, doesn't it, everybody? That if you mention certain things, you will not get a like and you will not get a heart. You'll receive nothing. And I've noticed that over the months. So that is why I have now chosen to stop sending any comments as from today. Well, my last one was yesterday evening. Okay? So like I said, I shall only stick to 2. But to me, yes, it just goes to show, really. You see an awful lot, don't you, really? Things, first of all on face value, but when you look a little bit deeper, sort of see certain for who they are. Do you see what I mean? And that could be thousands of videos, do you see what I mean? Thousands of different platforms. So I'm not specifically having a dig at one particular. Now let's get back to something else. So anyway, so just to let you know, so Professor Tim, my delicious baby, do not worry about the negative comments. They obviously need to be educated themselves, whoever they are, to leave the negative comment in the first place. And thank you once again for making me smile each and every day. And your beautiful little pussycat. Now then, you see, it's like you could have somebody who's actually living in China. So let me move on to this now. So you could have somebody who's actually living in China, and then I make out, China's not as bad. It's really not as bad as what everybody's thinking or saying. Well, it's a crock of shite, everybody. Because China, and they are, I do not care what anyone tells me, they are under communism, just like Russia is under communism, everybody. Okay? And why must there only be 1 or 2, okay, who can run things like grain and oil and different things like that? Do you understand what I mean? And I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but like even in the UK, even in England over the decades, right? I mean, we've had full and plenty in our country. And yes, I am going to stand up for the UK here, everybody. We've had full and plenty, but what have our putrid governments done? Flipping farmed everything out, haven't they? Do you see what I mean? Yes? And then what they then do, which they've been doing over decades, everybody, right? And you hear it on thousands of different platforms over the years, yes? And they're like, those who are out to work and those, everything. Well, why are some of our delicious babies in the old UK out to work? Why? What, because they were offered? So let's get this correct now very nicely, everybody. So I'm not shouting at you, all my delicious babies. I'm just making a point here. So why, right, must any of us get it right now, get out of bed for £2 and £3 an hour to go and pick crops or go and pick strawberries or go and pick something else? And they expect the British, so let's get it right now, everybody, to get out of their beds to work for £2, £3, £4 an hour. Huh? If somebody can please answer me that. Do you see what I mean? Just like they stick others on minimum wage. Do you see what I'm saying to you, everybody? Yes? So what's happened is you'll find a lot, God bless their beautiful dear souls, who are out to work, okay? Well, they're going to get paid more ka-ching, aren't they? For not being at work. So who is at fault here? So we get back to the same thing, do we not? Yes, we do. The putrid governments. And then you've got other platforms, thousands of other platforms, everybody. No, I'm speaking my mind, everybody. And if others do not like me for speaking my mind, well, fine. You know, if you start out, you think, I thought she was really nice. Well, now it turns out she's not very nice at all. Oh, what a shame. Move from my channel. I cannot be bothered with you. Do you know what I mean? At least I live in my own truth. Do you know what I mean? So it's not been disrespectful to my delicious and wonderful little subscribers. And once again, how I love you all so, okay? Or anybody who's kind enough to stumble across me. Do you understand what I mean? For those who do get me. Do you see what I'm saying? But you see, you have all different platforms, right, all commenting on things. But who on earth is going to do anything to get rid of these putrid governments once and for all? So everybody's chat. You know, because it's keeping their channel or they're monetised or whatever it is. Do you know what I mean? Or they're in the pockets with the old politicians for some of them. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? Yes, I'll tell it the way it is. Dear God, Jesus Christ of Nazareth loves the truth. Yes, he does. So everybody's too busy chat and not getting a lot done. That's what's flipping going on. We shouldn't even have flipping minimum wage in our country, which is the reason why there was lots of different nationalities coming over to our country who were picking the crops for £2 and £3 and £4 an hour, everybody. Do you see what I'm saying? Now, they keep bringing in, you know, different nationalities. I've got nothing against any colour, everybody. I'm not racist or prejudiced, right? I'm just making a point here that our Britain, our UK should be our UK. Not for flipping everybody just to waltz in. Or because of the putrid governments, by the way. Do you see what I mean? And we cannot blame, and this is the truth now, everybody, we cannot blame anybody who... Are you beautiful little Brucey? Sorry, everybody, I do get distracted. That was my dear neighbour up the road. He's going to do a video with me one day, God bless him, but he works a lot of hours. Anyway, sorry about that, everybody. Let me just get back to the matter in hand. We cannot blame all of these men coming over across the channel. No, the ones that blames are the governments. Do you see what I mean, everybody? Yes? You know, like you had Priti Patel before that. You got this Suella, what her name is, Braverman, right, and all that, right? They're just muppets for the flipping ones who run the world. I mean, since when? And I've asked this question before, and I'm asking it again. Since when does anybody have a right in America, in a flipping America, in the USA, to rule our flipping UK and to rule our putrid flipping government? I've said it before and I'll say it again and I'm going to keep saying it till I'm blue in the face. We need to get rid of them all. But then you still got Egypts out there. And yes, I am going to say bloody Egypts. Well, oh yes, well, you know, if we have Labour in or if we have this one in or that one in or... well, I've come to the conclusion, everybody, that there are some mighty thick man and woman out there. That's all I can say. It's like, let's look at this now. Here we go, right? Let's look at this, the Brexit. Now, I'm going to be honest with you, everybody. I'm not racist, prejudiced against anybody. No, I am not. But I believe that our UK is our UK. Do you see what I'm saying to you? And I voted out of Brexit. And of course, I haven't voted for years, but I voted out. Now, I said from the get-go, which I did, I said, for those of us, I said, who voted out, and then, of course, you had your flipping twats who voted in, right? Of course, was only to line their own ka-ching pockets, right, with the old pound, shilling, pence, dollars and change, everybody, right? So they never liked it, did they? The old middle class, no, they never liked it because it would be affecting them. Do you see what I mean? Well, anyway, I said from the get-go, everybody, which I did. I said, for those of us who voted out, they're going to make our lives out. And what they've been doing for these years, doing exactly that. And let's face it, everybody, I do not care what anybody tells me now. Anybody could come up to me. No, the best about politics, remember what it is, poly blood ticks that get under your skin, the pieces of shite they are, right? You have to dig them out, right? The fact of the matter is this, I do not even believe, I believe this was a trick. Yes, I do. Do you see what I mean? They had no intentions of coming out of the EU. You know, whatever it is. They had no flipping intentions of. This is just a trick to trick everybody. Do you see what I mean, everybody? Yes? So I just say it the way it is. You know what I mean? But if we boot these out, we get good businessmen, ones who know how to flipping run a country, ones who are humble enough and kind enough to help us as the British man and woman, instead of sending everybody over creating more problems, because that's what it's creating. I mean, for goodness sake, if you cannot even flipping house your own, I mean, God bless those beautiful dear souls on the street who are on the streets, right? But then you can put everybody else up in this, that and the other. Do you see what I'm saying to you, everybody? Yes? And what about that, what's his name? Oh, sorry, everybody. It's all right, because my phone's on charge. I do apologise, everybody, right? Now then, and what about that hotel owner in the UK? Forgot where he was now. Where was he? Oh, I don't know. Was he in Kent or somewhere? Rather recently. And he, everybody, right, he got offered $1 million. Ka-ching! You know, so that they could take over the hotel. He said no. Good on him. Good on ya. Do you see what I mean? They think that ka-ching can just solve all the problems. Well, no, it cannot. Because this is causing major issues in our country. You know, for many. And like I said, you know, the only ones who you can blame is our putrid and wicked and vile flipping muppet governments. That's who you flipping blame. But I said before, and I say it again, you nobody votes. I mean, mind you, nobody elected any of these. The Boris, what's his name? Sunak and Truss. Well, nobody flipping voted them in, did they? But what we do, we stand up for our blooming selves. And we say, no, we do not want any of them. Ever again. Kick them out, boot them out. And make sure that they do not flipping bang the flipping heads on the way out. Do you know what I mean, everybody? And not only that, but you've still got man and woman out there, and I'm not being disrespectful, dear God, once again, just loves the truth. At the end of the day, you still got ones who have forgotten all about what they've done with the old jab, 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 jab. Like it's nothing. With everybody passing away, God bless the beautiful dear souls, may they rest in peace. And all of the disablements, because now we've got so many more who cannot work. And why, everybody? Because it's bloody genocide what's taken bloody place. And you got those who still walk around out there like complete flipping Egypts. Oh, but the governments wouldn't do that to us. They wouldn't do any of that to us. No. They've already bloody done it. And now we've got bloody years more to see what else is going to happen because of this putrid flipping experimental, Just flipping angers me, everybody. I mean, you know, you've got many who are awake. God bless them all. And thank you for that. But you've got so many others that seem to just want to forget about everything that's being done and around the world, like it flipping doesn't matter at all. Do you know what I mean, everybody? It's bloody bonkers and crackers. Do you see? And then, of course, you know, we hear about the football match or whatever it is. And everybody's too busy bloody harping on about that there's no flipping alcohol there. I mean, we've got serious issues going on in our countries, and all somebody can think about is bloody damn football. I'll tell you what, everybody, you can certainly understand why others who are awake are getting mighty peed off. Yes, you flipping can understand. There's just no common sense. There is absolutely nothing. And it's just like they're saying, that's all right that this has been done. That's all right that that has been done. No, it's not bloody all right what has been done. No, it flipping well isn't, everybody. It's been wicked, putrid and cruel what's been done. And you got others watching flipping I'm a Celebrity Get Me Out of Here with that flipping Pratt Hancock. That everybody must think, that flipping psychopath, that everybody must think, but he is a nice man. No, he's not. No, he's bloody well not, everybody. He's wicked and he's putrid, and at the beginning of all of this, and he was sleeping with the Midazolam and everything, killing those, God rest their beautiful dear souls, may you rest in peace, my delicious babies, the dear, God bless them, elderly, and mixing it with morphine, and where others couldn't even see, through a glass. And for others who couldn't even attend funerals. And yet he has the audacity to go onto a breakfast television and sit there laughing. But you've got certain out there who seem to have forgotten all about that, haven't they? I tell you what, they need seriously flipping waking up, everybody. I'm not joking. And they need to take the flipping rose-tinted sunglasses off and flipping wake up and smell the coffee of what shite is really being done. And this is why we keep getting all these distractions, circle, because while everything else is taking place, they're flipping doing their flipping Pirates of the Caribbean. So excuse me, flipping robbing everything they can. Squeezing every flipping last flipping breath out of everybody. I mean, what's the UK supposed to stand for? But instead, we're looking like a flipping laughing stock, taking in everybody when we need to sort out our own country and our citizens within our own country. Well, one day something will happen, I'm not joking. Because, at the end of the day, everybody's just getting, for those who are awake, everybody, and thank you, God bless you, right? They're just going to get mighty peed off. Well, they already are anyway. It's just going to get worse. The situation's not going to get any better. And one last thing I just want to say, so I'm coming off that now. I've got nothing more to say, everybody, because I just get myself all flipping worked up. The last thing I want to say is this. So, yes, Kanye West, right? Yes, I am going to talk about this again. Well, because he made a comment to do with something. Yes, everybody, right? And so according to others, what Kanye West has is bipolar. Do you see what I mean, everybody? Yes? What? Because he has an opinion on something. So it just seems to me that if somebody has an opinion and they want to speak their opinion, right, they then get labelled with something else. Well, I can well assure you now, everybody, when I've listened to Kanye West, he certainly does not come across to me as having bipolar. No, he does not. he comes across to me that obviously he knows certain things about certain things. That's how he comes across to me as, everybody. And to be perfectly honest with you, and I'll speak as I find, I respect that gentleman. Yes, I do. Yes, I do, yes. Because at the end of the day, he's had so much flipping shite thrown at him. And yet still that gentleman gets up. Do you see what I mean? Even when he says things that doesn't sit right with everybody. But, you know, like I said before, and I'm saying it again, it's like everyone's censored here, censored there. Certain can say certain things, certain cannot say certain things, everybody. Do you see what I'm saying to you? What's all that about? Anyway, I'm still a fan of Kanye West. Yes, I am. And I believe that he should have far more respect as well. You see, I've said before and I say it again, you have to look at videos over the years on YouTube where Kanye West is on these videos, so that you get a better understanding of who this gentleman is, where he's come from and where he is now. Do you see what I'm saying to you, everybody? But to me, it seems that you've got some where they say things, you know, on their platforms, you know, because you've got thousands of platforms out there, you know, they say certain things. Do you understand what I mean? And really, to be perfectly honest with you, there's been many videos that I've had to listen to and I've just flipping clicked off it because I thought, what a crock of shite. And I mean, how they've even ended up, and I'm not being nasty, everybody, I've got nothing against anyone who has a lot of subscribers, but how some of these even get all these subscribers, I've just no idea. Do you see what I mean? I've no idea at all. Anybody? How they even get to that point? Just talking a crock of shite. You see, what I believe, right? You just get rid of the box in the corner of the room completely, right? So no more televisions, television, programming, no more of that. And then you get the alternative. So what the general idea is that bit by bit, you even get rid of the, you know, the ones with the propaganda and everything like that. Because even on the alternative media, everybody, sorry, you are still, and you still do, get the ones where everything's propaganda. Do you see what I'm saying to you? Yes? And half of it's flipping lies anyway, right? And then you get the others where, with the best will in the world, they give out as accurate information as possible. Then you get those. So what you then do is you sort the wheat from the chaff, and then eventually you push out these shite, the ones who are not telling the truth, until in the end you end up with one big square where you've got the ones who do tell the truth. Do you see what I mean, everybody? Please do not get me wrong. Everybody's there to earn a crust. Ka-ching. I'm not saying that. But what I'm saying is, so the ones who are not really quite telling the truth, well, you know, they're no different to the putrid governments, in my opinion. Do you see what I mean? Because all that we, as man and woman out here, want to listen to is the truth, or to the best of somebody's ability to speak the truth. Do you see what I mean? Otherwise, it's just a never-ending circle, isn't it? Circle, circle, circle. Anyway, so that's all I wanted to say, everybody. I've had my say. I'm not going to change what I've said. No, I am not. But one day, we shall get rid of the governments. Yes, we shall. But one thing that we have to also remember in all of this, everybody, and like I said, if others disagree with what I say, that's the whole beauty of it. You cannot agree on everything. But let me tell you, you've got Russia and you've got China and you've got communism, and I'll say the same thing that I said before, I'm saying again. The thing is, nobody wants it in the UK. No, we do not. I mean, flip me, in the UK, things are flipping difficult enough as it is, without having all that shite. And this is what it's all about, everybody. So, you know, before anyone starts feeling sorry for, do you understand what I mean? Just need to look into things of what's really going on here. Because that's what they're trying to do. Because you have to remember as well, Putin, right, and what's his name? The one who owned in China, right? Who, I do not care what anyone tells me, who they're still working for. See what I mean, everybody? Yes? So that's what I have to say. And if others disagree with me or dislike me, well, I'm sorry that you feel that way. But I'm not going to change what I've got to say. That's what I've got to say. And it just seems to me, apart from the ones, God bless you all, who are awake to all of this, right, that others need to start waking up pretty bloody damn quick. Otherwise, we are going to find ourselves in a bloody serious situation in the old UK, in my neck of the woods. Yes, we flipping well are. And anyway, and that's that. And that's why I love my, not in that way, everybody, that's why I love my wonderful David Icke. You know, because he continuously works tirelessly to flipping get information out for others to bloody wake up at what's been flipping done in the old UK. And not only that, but he talks about all over the world. And poor, beautiful, dear David Icke, been banned in other countries as well. All for flipping telling the truth, everybody. See, this is what it's about, see? They just want to find a way to just shut everybody up. Well, I'm not going to shut up anyway. I'm not shutting my mouth. No, I am not. But at the same time, I'm entitled to my opinion and I'll speak my opinion. And anyway, that's that, everybody. So that's the video for today, my delicious babies, okay? So thank you to you all, whoever happened to stumble across me, for even taking the time to even watch my video today. I wasn't shouting at any of you, my delicious babies. It's just I'm very passionate about what I've got to say. Do you see what I mean? I'm not going to agree, and I'm certainly now, I'm just not going to be, I just see things in a different light anyway. So on that note, my delicious babies, until my next video, much love, God bless, take care, thank you, goodbye.